होमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 39, verse number 23. So we are reading how Akrura came to Vraj to take Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. And when gopis heard this, they felt very distressed. They all gathered together and went to Nand Maharaj's house. It is morning time, so Krishna is about to leave. So they are speaking there. First they are blaming Brahma that he creates, brings people together, then he separates. So this is the principle in this material world. that every union ends up in separation. Sanyogo hi viyogasya sansuchayati karanam. Whenever there is union of two people, that is a sign that they will be separated. You can make panchavayava anuman. So yatra yatra sanyoga, tatra tatra viyoga. Wherever there is union, there is separation. There is no union in this material world which is not ending in separation. So if you can remember this, then you don't have to lament. But there is no guarantee that if there is a separation, it will come to union. What is guaranteed is that union will have its end in separation. But what is not guaranteed is that separation will end up in union. And even if it ends up in union by chance, there has to be separation. So the meaning is that the end result is always separation. So the principle, the basic principle of this material world is separation. That is the tattva. There is a viraha. The ultimate result of everything is viraha bhav. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tasted in Jagannath Puri, right? He was in the viraha bhav. But in case of Bhagavan, even if there is separation, there is still union with him. That is only with him. Anything else in the material world, this rule does not apply. So that's why they are blaming Brahma, that Brahma is Pitamaha, his grandfather, his creator. So he says, why did he create it like this? When you create something, you don't want to create that it will end up in problem. At least you don't plan it. If it happens, that is out of your control. But Brahma has control, so why does he create this world in a way that it ends up in separation? And then people have to cry, suffer. And then they shifted their blame towards Krishna. That look, this Krishna is also inconsiderate. He is ready to leave. They're calling him as Nandasunu. He says his friendship is momentary. So he is son of Nanda, which means he should give Ananda. But he is giving us pain by leaving. So he is not also looking properly. Samikshapena sukritaturana. And we have given up everything for him. It says in Bhagavad Gita that you give up everything, take my shelter. I will relieve you from our grief. Right? Mashucha. But we gave up everything and came to him, but he is not relieving our grief. So he is not keeping his word. Right? This is Vihaya Gehan Swajanan Sutan Patins. So we have given up our house, which means possessions, our relatives, children, husband. So this is how people are surrounded by different layers. So they have broken all this and they have come to Krishna. And Krishna says that I will relieve you. No need to grieve. But he is making us grieve. So how is this? This cannot be understood. So they say that the only reason is that he is Navapriya. That he is bored with us Now he is looking for new company. People get bored in relations, right? After some time, and they find new person. It's very common now. There's speed dating. So this is coming from Krishna. That is the meaning of Navapriya. So they continue. Sukham prabhata rajniyam ashishah satya babhuvu purayoshitam dhruvam yasam pravishtasya mukham brajaspatehe pashyante apangot kalita smitasram. So now they are praising the good fortune of the women of Mathura. So he says that Rajniyam Ashishah Satya Babhu Puryoshitam. So Puryoshita means the ladies of Mathura. So he says that for them this night has become a blessing, because morning is very pleasant for them. Sukham Prabhata. Not only one, but non-words, they will have good morning. Good morning means happy, right? So Sukham is good, Prabhata is morning. So they will have good morning every day from now onwards. Why? Because they will see Krishna. So their night is over now. Rajniyam says this was the last night when they did not have good morning. Now they can say good morning to each other. So good morning comes from here. Sukha Prabhata. So Ashisha has Satya Babhu, the blessings which they got from elderly people now is becoming truthful for them. And this is permanently. Why is that? What is their good morning? So it says, Yah sampravishtasya mukham rajaspate pashyanti. That when Krishna enters this morning to Mathura, they will drink the nectar of his face, Vrajaspate. And that is how apanga utkalita smita asam. That Krishna will look from the corner of his eyes, because he is with Balaram, he is with Akrura, so he cannot openly see. So he will try to see hidingly, and he will have blooming smile on his face. His face is compared to lotus, right? Mukha kamal. Utkalita means bloomed. So like, and from the lotus honey comes out, so that makes asava. So they will drink that asava, that nectar of his blooming face when he will look at them from the corner of eyes. So this is the most wonderful fortune of the women of Mathura. So hanta hanta kim adbhutam idam asmakam duradrishtam. So they are saying, alas, alas, what is this most surprising misfortune for us? And Mathurangana nams subhadrishtam yugpadeva phalitam. And this is a good fortune for the ladies of Mathura simultaneously. So it's just like when two teams are playing, one team wins, another loses. So it is festival for the winning team and the darkness for the other one. So it says Krishna is leaving us, so it is misfortune, but they will have a good fortune. So thinking like this, they are speaking Sukhamiti. Yam Rajni Purayoshitam Suprabhata Vrajyoshitam tu Dusprabhata. So he says this night is bringing a very beautiful morning for the ladies of Mathura, and it is bringing calamity for us, to the ladies of Vraja. Tasam ashisho vipradi dattaha dirghatar manorathava satyaha safla. So ashisha has two meanings. One is the blessing. Ashish also means a wish. So he is taking both meaning. So he says that their blessings which may have been given to them by the Brahmanas is fructifying now, that Krishna is going there. Or their wish which they were having for a long time is coming true now, it's getting fulfilled. Asmakam tu nashta babhu. And for us, just the opposite. It's not said here, but he's taking that. For us, all our blessings are lost, our hopes are demolished, our misfortune has come or fallen on us. Vrajaspatehe Krishnasya Shudarsa. So there is a unusual word, Vrajaspate. It should be Vrajapatehe. That is Krishna. Although Vrajpate is generally Nand Maharaj, but here it is used for Krishna. And one extra sa is added after Vrajaspate, like Vanaspati. So it is, the word is Vana and Pati, but the word is used for the herbs as Vanaspati. So this is Arsh usage. Apange netrante utkalita smitam utkrishta ras vyanjika kala sanjata yasya. So he will look from the side of his eyes, and there is this beautiful smile, utkrishta, ras vyanjika, which will instill love in their hearts, or which expresses his rasa, his love, when he smiles. Kala sanjata yasya tadutkalitam smitam eva. So he says this smile itself is called here as utkalita. Rahasya ingitam means it is like indicative of secrecy. Asavo madako raso yatra tanmukham pashyanti. And this is just like an intoxicant, that they will drink this intoxicant of his face when they look at him. Swapanga rasana bhi ashvadishyanti. So they will also taste this by looking at him from the corner of their eyes. Kul dharma lajja bhayadikam sahasaiva taktva asya ingitam angikarisyanti ityartha. So it's like as if Krishna is sending some secret message to them through his smile. So he says that these women, they will accept it, giving up their kuladharma, their family tradition, because they, and their bashfulness or fear means they will not care for people around them, that why they are looking at this person in this way. Tatascha samuchit samaye samyak prakarene अन्यजन अलक्षिततया प्रविष्टस्य मुखमपि साक्षात् पश्यन्ति. And then saying that later on when they will get, this is their imagination, because they are saying that they will drink the nectar of his face, So this is only by looking, but it says later on they will meet and they will actually drink. Means they will embrace and have union with him. So this is, they are imposing, what do you call it? Arop. So they are superimposing their own experience onto the wives or the ladies of Mathura. That they will also do this. So this is how you impose your experience onto others. Tanmaji, you have something to say?
Babaji, I had a question about this. We generally make a difference between Vraja Krishna and Mathura Krishna and also Dwarka Krishna. And in my mind, I've always seen that Dwarka Krishna is this big, tall person, who fought in the Kurukshetra war. And but then I just realized that we also say that he stops growing, right? In a sense, after he reaches this age at which he goes from Vraja to Mathura. Or is that not true, I guess? So the question is he identical looking between Vraja, Mathura and Dwarka? Or is there a difference in his form and his
he's a little more mature there. He's like 16 years. But he becomes mature by 16. That is his age. But here he looks like a young boy. There he looks like a grown-up person, young man. So he looks from young boy to young man. Because he has to.
So he somehow he grows up when he leaves the boundaries of Vraja, I guess, somehow. Yeah, becomes a man.
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
He has to get married. So he has to look of a marriageable age.
And then does the aging then continue? Because then he, when he spoke the Gita, he was 125 years old?
No, he was not 125. He left when he was 125.
Oh, he left when he was 120. Sorry. He was how old was 80 years? 100 years?
No, 80 plus.
80. Yeah. So then does he grow there, or is it that he goes to Mathura, looks like a young man and stays?
Well, depends who is looking at him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. Like we will see that when he enters the Kamsa's assembly, different people saw him differently. For wrestler, he looked like a big, very like what you call Tarzan, muscle man. For Vasudeva and Devaki, he looks like a Pitra Shishu. He looked like a small. For the ladies, he looked very young man. For friends, he was just the way they saw him here, because some cowherd people also went. For kings, he looked like as if he's a big royal man. Swasasta. So different people appears differently. As is needed. Yes, Purushottam Prabhu.
In the beginning of the class, Prabhu, you explained that how Virahi is eminent, basically. So how is this other sampradaya explains Nitya Vihara? Do they take some other reference from some scripture or what?
No, I'm talking about separation of people in the material world. I'm not talking about their separation. I'm saying that here in the material world, our experience is that there is continuous separation.
Yes.
Whenever you meet somebody, separation begins from that point onwards. The clock of separation starts. Right? So one day we will be separated. It is the fact.
So with Gopi then, because they are constantly absorbed in that, so in that sense there is a Nitya Vihar in that. Radha is constantly thinking about it, so there is Vihar even though they are separated.
No, there Nitya Vihar means he is physically present.
Hmm.
That is different.
So how do they justify that Nitya Vihar when he goes to Mathura or the thing? Is it?
Well, just like we say that Krishna, all his leelas are Nitya.
Hmm.
So we say that he is always in union. And basically, that's their mood.
Okay.
You can worship one particular pastime of Krishna and become absorbed in that. So then that becomes eternal for you.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
तासां मुकुन्दो मधुमञ्जुभाषितैर्गृहीतचित्तपरमान् मनस्वपि कथं पुनर्न प्रतियास्यते बलाग्राम्य सलज्जा स्मितविभ्रमैः भ्रमन्. So the heart of people who have love is always full of some sort of negativity. So, bandhu hirdayani shankini bhavanti. If you love somebody and that person is gone somewhere and he is supposed to come at certain time, certain day, if he does not come, then you always start imagining something negative. So, that maybe something has happened. Why he is not come? So Krishna is going to Mathura, so they are already imagining that he will not come back. Because this question was asked, why they are so much worried he is only going for few days. So this is how we are thinking. You have to think, you have to consider from the point of view of gopis who cannot tolerate 1 minute, 1 moment of separation. Trutir yugayate tvam apashyatam. So, not seeing him, one truti, which is a fraction of even a moment, so 1/256th of a second, something like that, that appears like a yuga to them. And this may seem like some kind of hyperbole, exaggeration, but it is not. That's how it is in love. In love, time changes. Time is relative. That's how Einstein gave the theory of relativity. Time and space. Even physically, the space bends if you go with the speed of light. So, this is spiritual love. So here the time appears differently. In the material world also we see that when there is some problem, it looks like time is extended. When there is happy situation, time seems to fly. Everything goes quickly. If you have a toothache at night, and you cannot sleep, the night appears very long. You are waiting until the morning and you want to go to the doctor. Or some other pain you have in your body. So that's why for them time passes very quick when they are together, and just the opposite of that. Then also trutiri gayate, not seeing him, it becomes opposite. So when they are together, then time, one yuga goes like a truti, when they are in separation, one truti. So that now they are assuming that he will go and then he may not come back. Something can happen. So this is what they are conjecturing. So he says, Tasam mukundo madhumanji bhasitai grihita chittai. Says that Krishna, because they know that Krishna is a very lovely person. He loves everybody. They have seen it. So now when he goes there, he will also love the women there. It's not that he has taken a vow that he will not love other women and only of. So he says that when he goes there, then this Mukunda, grihita chitta, his heart will be captivated by this woman. And why is that? He says, Madhu Manju Bhasitai, because these women in city, they are more expert than us. Like you go to city, then people in city, they know more arts, they more singing, dancing. You go to village people are not that sophisticated. But you will find all the sophistication, whether it is related with dress or speech or music or dance or arts. This is in the cities. So it says, Madhu Manju Bhashitai Grihita Chitta. That his heart will be captivated by Tasam, that these ladies in the city. Although he is Paravan, although Krishna is not ordinary person, he is very obedient to his parents and father is going with him. And he is a Manasvi. He is not some Chanchal Hridaya. He is not a flamboyant or with person with a flickering mind. He is a very stable person. He is a Dhira Purusha. But he is also Dhir Lalita. That is the problem. Dhira he is, but he is Lalita. Dhir Lalita means who likes women. So he will be attracted by them. And then if he is attracted by them, why would he come back? Katham punar na pratiyashyate abala. So he says, oh gopis, why would he come back? Katham, what is the reason for him to return here? He is not married here, that he had children. So somebody may say, well, what about his parents, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda? He will not miss them. Say, he has Devaki and Vasudeva, he has double set, He is the only person who has got two set of parents. Generally you leave home and you go, if you are a young person, you miss your family. But he has got family there also. So he lives here, he has friends and relatives, everybody is there. So for him there is no problem. Problem is for us. So why would he come back? So therefore they are saying Abala. He says, we are weak in comparison to these city ladies. They are the Bala and we are actually Abala. And we are Gramya. We are only village, unsophisticated. We don't know much. We don't have many fancy, things for making makeup. These things are available in the city. So Salajya Smita Vibhramai Brahman. So these ladies will look at him in a very coyish manner, smile, and all the womanly wiles, they will trap him, and then he will be bewildered by that. So Vibhramai Brahman. So Brahman means that he will wander, he will circle around, he will go from here to there looking at them, or his mind will wander and then he will not come here. So this is their anxiety. So that is the meaning, that Anishta Sankini Bandhu Hridayani Bhavanti. So they are having this Shanka in their heart. So Sri Vishnu comments, Nanu Dvitrani Dinani Tatha Bhavtu Nam. So someone says that why so much worried? He will come back after 2-3 days. What is he going to do there? He has his cows here, his friends, his playground. So he will come back. Generally, if you are very much in love with village type of life, when you go to city, you get bored there after some time. It's like city people will get bored if they come to village. Because everything is so different and you are not used to that kind of atmosphere. He says, don't worry, you will come back. So tathapi asmat Sneha akrishta pitradibhischa paravartita agamishyati. So he says also he loves us, so our love will pull him back. Moreover, he is going with Nanda Maharaj, he will bring him back. Why would it leave him there? So, agamishyati iti chet. So if he says, then some gopis they speak that bho mugdha, he says, you simpleton, you don't understand. You are too naive. Mugdha means naive. That you don't know the city women. That's why you are talking like this. So na janasi tattvam shrunuta itiyahu. Says you don't know the reality. That's why you are giving this argument and you are having this positive thinking. Right? So these gopis are having positive thinking, but the other ones are having negative thinking. So he says, Tasam madhuto api manju bhir ati madhurair bhashitai grihiti chitta. He says, you don't know that these women, they have very sweet voice, more sweet than honey, and therefore his heart will be absolutely captivated. Although he is Madhusudana, but Madhusudana also means Brahmara, so he will be captivated by their madhu, sweet words. Akrishta mana ateva parvans tadadhina. And therefore they are using the word parvan in another sense, that he will become obedient to them. Paravan nathvan iti. Paravan nathvan means when you are under someone's control. So he will be controlled by their sweet words, affectionate smiles, etc. Manasvi api dhiro api. And although he is very strong, he has fortitude, but it will fail in front of them. Therefore, he abala, therefore, O you ladies, tadrisha kala lavanya balhina. So why he is calling the other gopis as abala? Abala here he says that you don't have that kind of strength in the form of this expertise of art, beauty, makeup, speech. Means the city women, they are trained in this. So you don't have, in comparison to them, you are weak. Therefore you are abala. So, katham gramya asman pratyashyati. So then why would he come to us? Why would he return to us? Because we are just simple village ladies. Nanu tadapi pitradin lok dharmayorapi vartmanu smritya vivek balad ayashiti ato visheshanti. So then someone says that still he will come back because he has his parents here, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, and he has also Loka Dharma, so his relations and also Dharma, he also has some responsibility. It's not that he will give up everything. So following this, he will remember that he has to come back, Vartmanu Smritya, and on the strength of his Viveka. So you need to use your Viveka, your faculty of discrimination, when you have to make decision whether this is proper or that is proper. So although his mind will be attracted by these ladies, but it's not that he is just foolish, he does not have mind to think, he does not have buddhi to make discrimination. So he will consider and then he will return here by using. So he says no, that will not happen because they are more powerful. So ato vishishanti tasam salajja smitair vibhramair madana avesha suchakai chestitaischa. So he says that women, when they will look at him with smile, coyishly, and their womanly gestures to attract him, send him signals of love, then this will bewilder him. So bewildering means he will lose this sense of discrimination. Sangat sanjayate kama, right? Kamat krodho vijayate, krodhat bhavati sammohat smriti vibhrama. So he will lose his memory. He will forget that he has to come to Braj. He has friends. And therefore, he will not. So, Brahman Bhrantim Prapnuvan. So he will get bewildered. He will not be able to make proper decision. Right? When your mind becomes attached to something, then you cannot make decisions. Just like Arjuna, he is on the battlefield. Right? He went there to fight. It's not that he went there for some feast or something. It was known. It was very clear. And he was very enthusiastic. He was looking for this day to prove his mettle in fighting. But when he came there, then his attachment got activated. Right? By seeing Bhishma and Dronacharya, his attachment samskaras became triggered heavily. And when samskaras get triggered, then you cannot make decision properly. Samskaras are such powerful thing, they completely cloud your intelligence. Then you forget. So he got confused. And then he said, Gandivam svanste hastat takchaiva paridayate. He got fever, got feverish. Bodily temperature went up. Power of samskara. He said, I cannot. Katham bhishma maham sankhya dronam cha madhusudana. Nishubhi pratiyotsyami. Then all the logic changed. Mind is very interesting. It can give either logic of whatever you want to do, you will always find logic for that. There is nobody in this world who is wrong. कोई गलत नहीं है, सब ठीक है नहीं? Everybody is right. You talk to any person, what he is doing, he will prove to you how he is right. Everybody has got arrows in his quiver to shoot at you, to prove to you that how they are right. So Arjuna also has his logic. And the same logic was different before. If this logic was before, why did he come there? It's not that when he came there, then only he realized that, I have to fight with Bhishma, Drona, all this. This was already known. But at that time, his samskara was not triggered. So we are slaves of our samskaras. Samskar das. That's what we are. Unless you are elevated or you have created good samskaras. That's Krishna says, sadrisam chestate swasya prakritir jnanvan api. Prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishati. Even jnanvan, what to speak of ajnani, ignorant people, they don't even know what is going on. Even those who are learned, they know that I should not be doing it. They still do it. So that is the power of samskara. So that's why he says that he is manasvi, he is strong, but he will become weak, just like Arjuna was very strong man. But he lost strength. He could not even stand. So, Visrijya sasaram chapam ratha upasthe upavishat. He dropped his bow and arrow and quiver, everything, and he sat down. That's called Vishad. Vishad means sitting down completely. One is you sit down, you can stand up. One is that you sit down, you don't get up. Sometimes horses, bulls, when they are yoked, they sit down. The bull will sit down, then he won't get up. That is called Vishad. So this is how it happens. So they are thinking like this. This is their thinking. Of course, Krishna is not like that. He has his mind, he has intelligence, he has his purpose. He will not come back, that is true, but it's not because he is attracted to women and that's why he's not coming. He has business to do. So ayamaho sarvam vismarishyati eva iti bhava. So he says that this definitely will make him forget everything. So this is actually true. There is a statement like that, I forget, which literally means that when kama appears in the heart, then it makes you forget everything. This is sarvavritti apahari or something, I forget the name. A very nice statement. And the power of kama, power of this attraction for the other person is so strong that person forgets everything. All dharma, shyness, social convention, duty, everything. That's why you see so many times you see that some people are, raping or doing all these things. And then they, for the rest of their life, they suffer because of that one act. So why it happens? Because it's so overpowering. This is most powerful vritti of the mind. Therefore Krishna says, Kama esha, Krodha esha, Rajogun samudbhava, Mahasano mahapapma, Vidhi enam vairinam. So this is the real enemy. We are searching for enemies outside. They may be outside, but the bigger one is sitting inside. So Jahi Satrum Mahabaho Kam Rupam Durasadam. So therefore he says, first take care of this enemy. If you can take care of this enemy, then our external enemy is not a big problem. But if you cannot take care of the internal enemy, that external enemy will look very big to you. And no matter how much you can conquer them, you are still not free from enemies. So this is the bigger war. Outside Arjuna can fight, but the real fight inside. So that's why he makes this very nice statement here that ayam aho sarvam vismarishyati eva. He says, he is going to forget everything. Philosophical statement. Krishna himself says this. Gopis also know it. Before Krishna says, Gopis know. Sadhya dhruvam tatra drisho bhavishyate dasarha bhojandhaka vrishni satvatam mahotsava shri ramanam gunaspadam drakshanti ye chadvani devaki sutam. So he says that today there is going to be a festival for the eyes. So drisha utsava bhavishyat. There is going to be a festival for the eyes. Krishna is coming there. Krishna means most attractive. So atra certainly adyad dhuvam tatra drisho utsavam mahotsava bhavishyate. There is going to be a festival, big festival. For whom? For the eyes of Dasarha Bhoja Andhaka Vrishni Satvatam. These are all various different family branches of Yadavas. Because they know Krishna, he is related to them through Vasudeva. So when he goes there, everybody will be so happy to see him. They have already heard about him. It's not that they don't know. And by now, it is known to everyone. Because Narada Rishi, he spilled the beans. Before that, some may know, some may not know. But by now, everyone knows and everybody knows he is coming. So he says this is going to be a big, big festival for the eyes of all these Yadavas. Sri Ramanam Gunaspadam. So Krishna, who is the most dear lover of Sri Lakshmiji, and he is the abode of all the gunas. So Drakshanti ye cha dhvani Devaki Sutam. So now they are calling him as Devaki Sutta. They are not calling Yashoda Sutta. Although earlier they said Nanda Sunu, now they shifted. So he is son of Devaki. And those who are on the path when he is entering the city, they will also see him. So it is going to be a big, big festival for the eyes. Everyone will be just mesmerized by his beauty. Because his beauty is such. This is one of his most extraordinary characteristic, his Rupa Madhuri. One of the 64 qualities of Krishna is that he is the most enchanting beauty. So now the Mathuravasis will get the chance to relish that. Kincha vrajasthanam anandam purastha prapshanti ityahu. So now they say that in other words, that which was the pleasure of people of Vraja, this will become available to the people of Mathura now. All this time, our eyes relished the beauty of Krishna, but now, today, it will be a Mahotsava, a big festival for them. So just like when there is a festival, in that festival, the festival means food. That is the most important thing. Other things may be there, but there has to be nice food. So this is going to be for them, big feast. So drisha iti jatya ekatvam. So drisha is used as a singular. So that is taking the class of the eyes. Otherwise eyes are so many people. So dasharhadinam drisham mahotsavo bhavishyati. So it will be a big feast for the eyes of Dasaraha, Satvata, Andhaka, etc. Ye cha adhvani drakshanti tesham api drisham. And those who will be on the path, so then they will also come out to see, because it will be a news all over Mathura. Krishna is coming, and they have heard so many stories about him, but they have not seen. Krishna has done so many wonderful activities in Vraj. So all this news was going to Mathura. So they will all come out to see him. So therefore he says that they will see. So this will also be festival for their eyes. Atmane padam arsha. So this bhavishyate is unusual usage. It should be bhavishyate. Yadva drisha iti dvitiya tesham drisho drishtir mahotsavo bhavishyate prapshyate. So now he is taking another meaning. This bhu dhatu has also prapti. Bhu means bhu sattayam. There is another bhu dhatu which means to attain bhu praptam. So this came in the first verse of second chapter of first canto. Sodasham. That Jagrihe Paurusham Rupam. in that sloka. So in the commentary it is there. So he says that can be another meaning, that Drisha, instead of taking the sixth case, you can also take it as Dutiya plural, that this festival, instead of Drishaha, that festival of the eyes, says that the festival will attain the eyes. So Drisho Drishtir Mahotsavo Bhavishyati means Prapti Arthakoyam Bhavati Atmanepade. Means the eyes will attain. That's the sense. So any question on this? Let's stop here. Yeah.
Babaji, at the beginning of the class, there was a mention of the Nitya Viraha-līlā.
Nitya Viraha-līlā?
Vihara.
Vihar.
And it doesn't exist in Goloka Vrindavana, is it correct? There is no prakasha where devotees eternally experience this separation from Krishna.
Well, Krishna's Leelas, every Leela is eternal. We studied this in Krishna Sandarbha. Right? So now what's your question?
Does that mean that there are devotees who eternally experience this particular
There is
state?
this Radha Vallabh Sampradaya. You heard of Radha Vallabh? So they believe in Nitya Vihar. They don't believe in all this. They don't study. They say, even if their worship is of Nitya Vihar. And their goal is that only. All their songs, worship is about Nitya Vihar. Chandra Meta, Suraj Meta, Meta and Nitya Vihar. You see the Aarti they sing in the evening. So that's what he was asking. Means Radha and Krishna, they are eternally in union. Malati.
Babaji, could you give some background about the blessings which the women of Mathura got from these Brahmanas?
That their wish will be fulfilled, just like some people give you blessing that your desire may be fulfilled.
So this means these women already had the desire to unite with Krishna even before
Well,
they
if
met
they are
him?
hearing so much about Krishna, they may also have desire to see him. They may have. Just like the wives of the Brahmanas had desire to see Krishna. So they are also there in Mathura. They saw him once, so they will be happy to see him. They must have spoken to others also. Ladies speak to each other or not? Right? They say that the biggest suffering for a woman is that she has news to speak, but the phone is not working. So she gets stomach, air in the stomach. Okay, anything else?
So Hare Krishna Babaji, how and when the gopis get to know that Krishna is Devaki and Vasudev's son? As they said, he will not come here again after getting his parents.
No, they did not say that after getting his parent. They are only calling him as Devaki Sutam. That today the people of Mathura will see son of Devaki. They are not giving that as a reasoning that they will not come back.
Devaki could also mean Yashoda, right?
That is also there, but even otherwise, if a Akrura has come, then they can also speak. But generally, when the word Devaki is used in relationship with Krishna in Braj, it means Yashoda. But as we said earlier, Sukadeva was using the word Shauri for him. So he is speaking because he is going to Mathura.
But Shauri we also had in the at the end of the Gopi Gita, right? When Krishna returns, or when he appears again, then he's also called Shauri.
That's, yeah, Tasam Avarim Bhutchari, Smayamana. Yeah. And that is also Sukadeva describing.